of the things we get asked a lot is, how do I make my catalog accessible to all students? Well, here's a good test. Just take your URL and email it to anyone, even to Jack Smith, who happens to be in the US, or Mr. Wong, who happens to be in China. If you send them that, just Control C to copy that, and when they get that and they click on that link in their browser, this is what will happen. They'll just go and go enter, and the catalog will come up. And when the catalog comes up, what they can do is so I'm signed in. They won't be signed in, obviously, because they're not a member of your library, but the catalog will still come up, and they can go and do cat, and they can bring up all the resources on cat. They can go DIN, and it will say, oh, DIN, well, what do you want? And I go, oh, I want dinosaurs as a subject. So just click on dinosaurs, and there's all my dinosaur books come out. So they can search, anyone can search, and all by just giving them that. So we'll integrate with anything or nothing. Okay. Now you might want to go and do a whole bunch of other things. You might want to go to advanced search, and then you might want to create a link for that kind of search. You can still do all of that even though you're not signed in, and then you can create buttons all over your school page or your library page. And if you haven't got a library page, we'll give you one that will have all these predefined search terms, so kids don't even have to do the search. They can just click on a button that describes the search. So they can click on a button like fiction or senior fiction or maths year 12 or World War II. So you can define as many search areas, and we can give you buttons or URLs that go behind buttons or go behind websites or go onto web pages. So your OPAC, or in your inquiry screen, is by no means this is it. Okay, let me just log in and show you a number of variations. Okay, and we have incredible variations on what your screen can look like. So you can turn around and say, whenever my resources come up, I want to have the title, the location, the sublocation, the holdings. Or you can say, no, I'm not interested in that. I just want the titles because I want to see a lot of material on there. Okay, and of course you can go and say, let's do a search at cat. I want to keep the search consistent. Okay, and there's all your resources. You can say, no, I don't want them like that. I want them across the page, and I want this as my default page for my primary schools, and for my secondary schools I'll do a different one. So it's entirely up to you. We can even do this. We can make sure that instead of it just showing only on half a screen, it shows it right across the screen. And instead of just showing the title, well, why not do this and show a lot more information than the title? Then click on a book and then get all the bibliographic and define what bibliographic information. So when it comes to flexibility and making your catalog accessible to students or parents or teachers or any other subgroup, and then defining the layout, we don't think anyone does it the way we do or does it better.